We are back today, guys, with another 6 PM content review, and EA have released yet another hero player pick. So we are going to see what EA have in store for us. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, leave the video a like rating, let me know what you think of today's content down below. And without further ado, let's get into things. So then, here we go. It is another hero pick player day. Now, unfortunately, it is not an unlimited hero player pick in a sense of different cards. It is just, yet again, another 3 specific player pick. But that is absolutely fine because they are still half decent cards. So we're going to check that out in a minute. Obviously, today's Sunday, which means it's Squad Battles Reward Day. And also for myself, I've completed Champs. And it was a good day because I ended up getting 9 wins. Now, you may think, well, that's not really that good. But I got 8 wins last week. EA fixed matchmaking. People have got worse, in a way, or worse results. And I've got better. So I cannot complain of that whatsoever. I did have all the rewards. They will be up in a few hours' time or tomorrow at some point. You can check them out. But I've also been grinding through some season progress. Now, there is so much available right now to you that you should hopefully easily be able to complete the season pass within at least the next week. So, again, considering we've got less than 3 weeks on it now, 2.5 weeks to go on the season, you'll be able to get those cards straight away. Now, for today, we do have a brand new objective player in Saul, I think is how you pronounce his name. So another 83 rated card, who is another 3,000 season progress, which is brilliant to see. In terms of what you need to do for him over the next week, you need to play 5 matches with 3 Serie A players for a 75 plus pack. This is 4 goals in squad battles or rush with a player from Argentina. Scored 6 goals using the finesse shots in squad battles or rush with a Serie A player. Win 4 games in rivals, champs or live events, and then win 8 games in squad battles or rush. So literally pretty much identical to Paredes, just obviously to fit in more towards the Serie A with this one. So personally for me, I will be doing the bottom 4 and stay, actually to be honest with you, the top one's quite easy, but in terms of the packs back, it is obviously better to get the sort of 2 and 3 player packs over than just a 75 plus. And then obviously get an 83 rated card, which will be good for any sort of objectives down the line. And then obviously we do have the likes of Gauntlet. That starts tomorrow, I think. So it'll be interesting to see what we get with the Gauntlet tomorrow. But for Evos today, we do have a brand new Evo. It is Midfield Spark, I'm pretty sure. Igniting midfield with multiple upgrades. Yes, it is this one. So, max 80 rated. Max 4 play styles on them, has to be a cam, CDM or centre mid, which is absolutely fine. But because of the way positionings work, you can even use the likes of a Gabriel Jesus striker card, which actually makes him a very, very usable cam, if I'm honest with you. This card, Paqueta, could actually get a nice upgrade. Obviously, you're only taking them to 84, so in a few weeks' time, this will obviously be quite useful in terms of getting sort of the next boost. That João Felix actually ends up being very similar to his team of the week, which is sort of nice to see that you can obviously get that for pretty cheap. And obviously, the more you sort of go through this, the more you'll find sort of gems that will work in different SBCs here and there. Paul Pogba can get evoed, and to be honest with you, does actually look quite a nice sort of attacking centre mid option. So for 10,000 coins, EA have priced these evos right, and I think they've got the evos back in the way that we want them, in terms of good upgrades, good overall upgrades, and also fairly cheap instead of stuff like this. So again, fair play to EA on that one. Cannot complain with that at all. I don't think there's anything new in terms of anything else. Obviously, I've now got 1,000,001 rewards because I've completed the season. So I do need to complete them at some point. And loads of cosmetics as well, which is good to see. Interesting if we got a new one today. We didn't, because the cold cosmetic Evo, which gave the ice sort of effect, that went out. But again, if you paid 50,000 coins for it, why, firstly? Anyway, in terms of SBCs, as I say, we do have that brand new hero player pick, which is coming in somewhere. There it is. So, in terms of who is available, does it actually show up, or do I just need to tell you? Oh, well, that's good. These aren't the heroes, because that was last week's. Your actual heroes are between Papin, Bompasta, and Guti. Now, in terms of what you need to do, it is going to be 2 83 rated with 1 team of the week, 2 84s, and an 85 with the team of the week. It's about 100-ish K to do, which is expensive. On the flip side of that, in terms of these heroes, I don't actually know exactly the prices of them. I probably should have actually checked at that before we started this. So if anybody's packed them tradable, you're probably going to see these come down in price. The same thing happened with Solskjaer, Scott, and Beasley. They all went down in price. So again, wouldn't be shocked to see these sort of go down. Interesting that obviously last time it was all very similar rating. Papin is obviously quite high rated, but purely just because of his price point. That's why EA put him into this. It's actually Bompasta, not Bomp. There we go. So these are the 3 cards available to you. So obviously very different cards in terms of where they play on the pitch, in terms of links, in terms of all that type of stuff. So it just depends on what you need for your team. I think Bompasta is going to be the most favourable out of all of them, just because in terms of left backs, apart from Mendy and Hernandez and players like that, the next obviously step in is to go to like 100 and something K. I think it's about 150-ish K for Nuno Mendes. So she's kind of that stepping stone in the middle of sort of the lower tier cards and the top tier cards. It's a good card to have. I think she's actually very usable. Papin's an alright option. Very good for his sort of shooting. He's obviously got the playstyle plus of power shot. Again, low dribbling as well is not too bad. So if you're playing him sort of in a 2-striker formation, you want sort of a smaller, more agile player next to him, just so obviously he can just take the ball and shoot. So again, interesting to see whether he works. And then Guti, personally, would work in a cam role, maybe a little bit too slow compared to some cards for the same price. But again, good options in terms of links for him, especially with La Liga and Spain. There's a lot of players available for that. So Guti is currently around sort of the 80,000 coin mark. Papin is currently sitting at around the same sort of price point. And then Bompasta, I presume, is going to be the exact same. Yeah, she's a little bit more expensive, but still she'll sort of come down to that 85, 80k mark. So obviously you're doing this in terms of more usability over trying to get, I guess, somebody worth coins in a sense. But at the same time, if you do use all untradeable fodder, currently right now, unless you're going to do the likes of the Semenyo or the Gula, obviously a lot of the sort of the Player of the Month SBCs are quite expensive, so it's a good option to get sort of that good tier card, not maybe the top tier card, but a good tier card that can upgrade your team without having to spend too much. So it's one of them. It could take a sort of the week to grind through if you are doing it, but not a bad little option there for you, if I'm honest with you. And then that is it for today's content. In terms of what we've got, I am going to claim level 40 whilst we are here, because we've got a few of the packs saved up to open. Now, personally, I took the 83x5 instead of the mega pack here. I just felt like it was more beneficial to me. And then obviously, in terms of what I'm taking here, I'm not going to be taking these packs just because for me, I can open store packs. I'm happy to spend FC points. So therefore, any sort of packs that I want, I can obviously open in terms of the store. An 84x3, yes, it could be good. Yes, you could go and pack a Kylian Mbappe tradable out of this and make some millions of coins. But at the same time, realistically, I'm going to pack 4 83s from it. So I'd rather take an 86 Tomori, who should really fit the team. This is actually a very, very good card. His passing maybe is a little bit low, so could look at improving that. But at the same time, he's a centre-back. It's an alright card. And then Rodgers, again, does look very good. Maybe not the best playstyle plus. I'm not a fan of First Touch plus. But at the same time, I also have... Who do I have in my camp spot? Putellas. This is the team that I actually have right now, and she is such a good card. If you didn't see me, I packed her on Friday for the start of this ratings refresh or ratings reload, whatever. Ratings reload, that's what the promo is called. But yeah, this is the team that ended up getting me quite a few wins in champs. Obviously, let me know down below if you did get anything better than me, or what were your rewards like as well, because mine were pretty poor. But hopefully these packs are going to be better. We got a 75x2 to start off with. It is going to be a Hanko, I'm pretty sure. No, that's even worse. It's a Skriniar, which is not ideal. Really, we're sort of looking at the 85 plus pack, I guess, being sort of one of the better ones. Ideally, the 83x5, if we could get a walkout, that'd be quite nice. I have got very lucky sort of in the last 48 hours-ish with walkouts and stuff. So, again, Clubsville with a lot of fodder. So if we do get another hero pack SBC at some point in the middle of the week, we are ready to go on that. I think we'll do the 83x5 pack first. No walkout from it. It is a female right back from the Archemist, so it is going to be Lawrence, who is only an 84 rated. Chouameni isn't there, though. That's actually quite nice. I know he's not that expensive, but will fit into a few evos in shortcomings. Obviously, for an 83x5 isn't great, so realistically, maybe is the mega pack better to pack some consumables that are worth coins? Who knows? To round things off for today, though, we do have the 85 plus player pack. It is not a walkout. It is, though, going to be a Dutch CDM from Liverpool. It is Ryan Gravenberch. Yes, that is good. That is exactly what I want for my club, for my team, for me. Absolutely perfect in terms of a pack pull. Cannot complain at that for me. The season pass definitely paid out. Let me know down below what you guys get. For now, that's where we're going to leave for today. I'm out. Peace.